Soft drinks, they are everywhere and many people enjoy them daily. It is interesting to note that the perception on soft drinks have evolved significantly over the years. For example, in the early 20th century, soft drinks were seen as a refreshing treat, often marketed as health tonics. By the mid-20th century, their popularity soared, particularly among young consumers, with aggressive marketing, promoting them as fun, social beverages. However, from the late 20th century onwards, growing concerns about their high sugar content, artificial additives, and their connections to obesity, diabetes, and other health issues created a public perception of seeing them as unhealthy drinks. So soft drinks, are they really bad as they portrayed in some instances? For example, if you look on the internet, you could see videos where people are conducting coke and meat experiment. This is based on a viral myth suggesting that soft drinks, especially cola, are so acidic that they can dissolve meat or rust within hours. I would say this is not true, and in a few cases the results are exaggerated. However, they raise concern about the strength of acids and other components in soft drinks. Today in this video, let us have a look at the components of soft drinks from a scientific angle and the potential dangers they pose to our health. Module 1. General composition of soft drinks. Okay, let us dive straight into the contents and chemistry of soft drinks. A typical soft drink contains main components as shown in the screen, each serving its own specific purposes. The main component of soft drink, of course, is water, serving as the base of the drink. The percentage range comes between 85 to 95% weight by volume, which indirectly means that around 15 to 5% of the soft drinks are other ingredients. Among the other ingredients, sugars or in general sweeteners comes the highest. Data shows that it comes around 7 to 12% by weight by volume in regular soft drinks. It can be little less or more depending on the type of soft drinks. For regular soft drinks, usually sugar or high fructose corn syrup are used, making soft drinks predominantly a highly sugary drink. For example, a 330 milliliter of regular Coke contains 35 grams of sugar. If you consider 4.2 grams of sugar as 1 spoon, basically it contains more than 8 spoons of sugar. In the case of diet drinks, artificial sweeteners such as sucralose and aspartame are used. The quantities of these compounds used in the diet soft drinks are much smaller compared to the normal sugars because they are extremely sweet compounds. However, these are synthetic compounds and it has its own drawbacks, which I will explain a little later. Some of the other components in soft drinks include acids, which are present in 0.05 to 0.3%. For example, acids such as phosphoric acid give the drinks its tangy taste and also act as preservatives. Most carbonated soft drinks have a pH around 2.5 to 3.5 and are highly acidic. Another component in soft drinks is carbon dioxide. When I mention about the acids, we have to consider carbon dioxide also in this category. The reason for that is carbon dioxide dissolved in water under pressure will become carbonic acid. The dissolved carbon dioxide comes up to 0.5% by weight by volume. As you know, the dissolved carbon dioxide adds the fizz and bubbly texture, enhancing the sensory experience. Other components in soft drinks include additives and preservatives, which comes around 0.1 to 0.5%. These include artificial colors, flavors, preservatives, and stimulants such as caffeine in some drinks. Now let us have a look at some of these individual components in detail. We will try to understand the chemical composition and its role in the soft drinks. Let us start with the most prominent ingredients of soft drinks, sugar. Regular soft drinks often contain high levels of sucrose or high fructose corn syrup. These sugars are quickly absorbed into our bloodstream, leading to a rapid spike in blood glucose levels. While we all know sugar isn't great for our health, it is important to break down what exactly happens on a molecular level. Sucrose or table sugar is metabolized in the body into glucose and fructose. Fructose, unlike glucose, is metabolized in the liver, where it can contribute to fatty liver disease and increase in triglyceride levels. Over time, excessive sugar intake can lead to insulin resistance, type 2 diabetes, obesity, and even cardiovascular diseases. So, what about the diet drinks? Are they any good? They use artificial sweeteners like aspartame, sucralose, and saccharin. While they might have fewer calories, these sweeteners come with their own set of concerns. Aspartame, for example, has been the subject of numerous studies. Some research suggests that it might be linked to headaches, dizziness, and even an increased risk of neurological disorders. Aspartame breaks down into methanol, which converts into formaldehyde in the body, leading to potential neurological effects like headaches, dizziness, and mood changes. Though regulatory agencies deem it safe in moderate amounts, the long-term effects are still a topic of ongoing research. Other two common artificial sweeteners used in the soft drinks are sucralose and saccharin. Sucralose is a modified sugar molecule where 3 hydroxyl groups of sucrose are replaced with fluorine atoms. Some of the harmful effects people attribute to sucralose are gut health and metabolic disruption. Studies show that it may reduce the number of beneficial bacteria in the intestine, which can affect the digestion. Some studies also suggest that sucralose might interfere with insulin sensitivity and glucose regulation, increasing the risk of developing type 2 diabetes over time. Also, when heated, such as in baking, sucralose can break down to harmful compounds, including potentially carcinogenic fluorocompounds, since it contains chlorine. Overall, research studies on sucralose have turned up with conflicting results, where some results indicated that it has little to no effect on blood sugar or insulin levels and gut health. On the other hand, some studies have indicated that sucralose could affect the gut microbiome and increased blood sugar and insulin levels. Saccharin is one of the oldest artificial sweeteners found in some diet sodas and sugar-free drinks. Early studies in the 1970s suggest that a link between saccharin and bladder cancer in rats, leading to concerns about its safety in humans. Though subsequent research found no strong evidence of cancer risk in humans, saccharin remains controversial and some prefer to avoid it due to its past association with carcinogenicity. In Module 3, we will look in detail about the acid components in the soft drinks. Phosphoric acid is one of the common acids used in soft drinks to enhance flavor, specifically that tangy flavor, and to preserve shelf life. One of the concerns is that phosphoric acid can interfere with calcium absorption. The phosphate ions bind with calcium in the digestive tract, reducing the amount of calcium available for your bones. This can lead to weakened bones and an increased risk of osteoporosis. Citric acid is another acid found to be common in soft drinks, especially in fruit-flavored soft drinks. Citric acid is highly erosive to dental enamel. Regular consumption can lead to significant tooth decay. It alters the pH of the mouth, promoting bacterial growth and cavities. As I mentioned earlier, carbon dioxide also comes under the acid category. That fizzy sensation people love is due to carbon dioxide dissolved in water under pressure, forming carbonic acid. While carbonic acid isn't harmful in small amounts, it can contribute to dental erosion over time, making them more susceptible to decay and sensitivity. Module 4. Artificial colors and flavors in soft drinks. Artificial colors and flavors are widely used in soft drinks to enhance the visual appeal and mimic the taste of natural ingredients. Let us first discuss about the artificial colors. They generally are synthetic dyes made from petroleum-derived chemicals. Some of the common food, drug, and cosmetic dyes, or in short, FD&C dyes, are tartrazine, also known as yellow 5, which is used for yellow color. Allura Red AC with code name Red 40 is used for red color, while Brilliant Blue FCF with code name Blue 1 is used for blue color. I have shown the structure of the chemical names of some of these compounds for those who are chemically inclined. Tartrazine, also known as yellow 5, is commonly used in citrus flavored soft drinks like lemon lime sodas. Some of the health concerns linked to this compound are hyperactivity in children and allergic reactions, especially in individuals with aspirin sensitivity. Allura Red AC, known by the FDA code name Red 40, which you can see on the labels of some of the soft drinks. These are generally found in fruit punches, cherry flavored sodas, and other brightly colored soft drinks. Similar to yellow 5, studies have linked the Red 40 to hyperactivity, allergic reactions, and other possible side effects due to contamination with aromatic amines. Brilliant Blue FCF or Blue 1, commonly used in berry flavored sodas. Some studies suggest it might inhibit cell respiration and mitochondrial function. Other than these three prominent color dyes, caramel coloring is also commonly used in soft drinks, particularly in colas like Coke and Pepsi. Caramel coloring is not a single chemical compound, but a mixture. It is made by heat treatment of carbohydrates, or in general sugars, in the presence of acids, alkalis, or salts in a process what is called caramelization. It is reported that it may contain 4-methylimidazole, which can be formed during the manufacturing process. 4-methylimidazole is classified as a possible carcinogen by the International Agency for Research on Cancer, and it is probable that long-term consumption may not be good for the body. Now let us discuss about the artificial flavors. Artificial flavors are synthetic compounds that mimic the taste of natural ingredients. Unlike natural flavors, which are extracted directly from plants or other sources, artificial flavors are produced using a wide variety of chemical processes. The reason for their use are mainly because synthetic compounds are often cheaper and more stable than their natural counterparts. Some of the commonly used flavoring compounds are shown in the screen. Ethyl vanillin, or the synthetic vanilla flavor, used in cola and cream sodas to impart a vanilla-like flavor. Generally regarded as safe in small quantities, but like many other compounds, overconsumption could lead to allergic reactions or gastrointestinal discomfort. Methyl anthranilate is the compound used to impart the grape flavor, which is generally found in grape-flavored sodas and beverages. Benzaldehyde is the compound used to impart almond or cherry flavors in soft drinks. Again, benzaldehyde is generally considered safe in small doses, but large amounts can be toxic and may cause nausea, vomiting, and dizziness. Isoamyl acetate is another flavoring agent used in soft drinks to give a banana-like flavor. There are not a lot of research done on specific flavors and its health risks. Going by the FDA guidelines, some of these food additives are not harmful to human health within the recommended limits. However, understanding the chemical composition of these additives is crucial for making informed choices about what we consume. The potential risks, especially for children and individuals with the sensitivities, suggest the need for caution and moderation when consuming artificially colored and flavored beverages. Module 5: Preservatives in soft drinks. Soft drinks often contain preservatives to prevent spoilage and extend shelf life. These chemicals help to stop microbial growth and maintain the drink's appearance, flavor, and texture. Several of these preservatives have been linked to potential health risks when consumed over long periods or in large quantities. I will touch upon some of these common preservatives found in soft drinks, along with their non-harmful effects on the human health. Sodium benzoate, the sodium salt of benzoic acid, is one of the common preservatives used in soft drinks. There is a good amount of research carried out on the safety profile of sodium benzoate due to its common use as a preservative. Sodium benzoate is generally recognized as safe within the suggested control limits and can be used as an antimicrobial agent and flavoring agent in food and beverages. However, it is to be noted that there are some studies indicated it can cause inflammation, allergies, etc. Potassium sorbate is another preservative observed in soft drink. It is a white water-soluble powder used to prevent the growth of mold, yeast, and fungi. It is highly effective in slightly acidic environments. While potassium sorbate is considered relatively safe at low doses, prolonged and high exposure has been linked to activation of inflammatory roots, though evidence is still emerging. Sodium metabisulfite is another preservative used in soft drink to prevent the browning by inhibiting oxidation and the microbial growth. Sodium metabisulfite can cause allergic reactions such as anaphylaxis, especially in individuals sensitive to sulfites. Regulatory agencies often set a maximum allowable limits for these preservatives, but even within legal limits, their long-term impact on health should not be underestimated. In Module 6, let us discuss about caffeine and some other stimulants used in the soft drinks. Caffeine is the most well-known stimulant found in soft drinks, particularly in energy drinks and colas. As you know, it is known for its psychoactive properties, stimulating the central nervous system to reduce fatigue and increase alertness. While moderate caffeine intake, about 200 to 300 milligram per day, is generally safe, excessive consumption, that is over 400 milligram per day, can lead to jitters and anxiety. High doses of caffeine can overstimulate the nervous system, causing restlessness and anxiety. Caffeine increases stomach acid production, which may lead to acid reflux, heartburn, etc. over time. Theobromine and theophylline are stimulants found in certain energy drinks which share structural similarities with caffeine. These compounds differ by the absence of a methyl group as from caffeine, as shown in the screen. Both these compounds are less potent compared to caffeine and act as mild stimulant with a weaker effect on the central nervous system compared to caffeine. Even though it has milder effects with respect to caffeine, it can still cause jitteriness, headaches, and gastrointestinal disturbances if consumed in large amounts. Taurine is an aminosulfonic acid that helps regulate water and mineral salts in the blood. Its chemical name is 2-aminoethane sulfonic acid. Though taurine doesn't act as a stimulant, it enhances athletic performance and reduces muscle fatigue, which is why it is included in soft drinks and energy drinks. Taurine is generally regarded as safe in moderate quantities but may have unknown long-term effects when consumed in high doses. These stimulants are included in soft drinks to promote increased energy, mental alertness, and endurance. But again, like any other compounds, overconsumption may lead to adverse health effects. So next time when you reach for your favorite soft drink, remember what you are really consuming. It is not just a refreshing drink, but a cocktail of compounds that could impact your health. So what is the solution? Go for healthier alternatives like infused water, herbal teas, etc. If you still like a bubbly soda-like experience, choose unsweetened sparkling water. Limit the soft drink intake by reducing portion size and reserving soft drinks for special occasions. If you must have soda, dilute it with water or ice to reduce sugar and calorie content. These strategies can help foster healthier habits, reducing the risks linked to soft drink consumption. Friends, I hope you got some insight about the contents of the soft drinks from this video. Please pay attention to the ingredient labels in the soft drinks to understand about the level of sugar, caffeine and other additives. Bye for now. If you find this information interesting and informative, please subscribe the channel. Thank you for your time to watch this video and see you next time. Bye bye.